Well, hello. I'm Representative Henry Wayne Howard here in Augusta, and I am here with one of my good friends, Miss Lynn Bailey, from the Elections Board here in Richmond County, and we are talking vote every week here on Parade of Quartets. You're hearing myself, my brother Carlton, some of the other staff, team members talking about voting as we approach November the 3rd. And it is important. And so important that we were able to get Ms. Lynn Bailey to come and join us and talk about some of the things that we need to be aware of. Hello, Lynn, how are you?
I'm fine, Representative. I hope you are. Thank you so much for having me on this morning.
Well, good. Hope you're staying safe.
We are. Thank you.
All right, good. Tell us some of the things that we need to be aware of. Absentee ballots is the popular thing now. Tell us a little bit about what we need to be expecting as we go forward.
Sure. Thank you for that great question. Well, we have a couple of things going on here in Richmond County that voters should be aware of. One is exactly what you said, which is voting an absentee ballot by mail. And so to help facilitate that for voters, the Richmond County Board of Elections, along with the Augusta Commission, is going to be sending out pre-filled absentee ballot applications, very similar to the ones that voters across the state of Georgia received in June for the June election.
That's great.
We'll be sending those out of our office, or they will have gone out by now. For many voters, they can look to find them in their mailbox right after Labor Day. So be on the lookout for them.
Okay.
The application should have your name pre-filled in it, and then you will complete the paperwork and send it back in. Phase two to our efforts to make sure as many people are able to vote ahead of Election Day as possible, as we've established with the help of the Coliseum Authority, again with the Mayor and Commission and the Board of Elections, to open up a big mega advanced voting center at the Bell Auditorium for this election. And so we'll have that available for anyone who wants to take advantage of that for full 3 weeks before the November election, including a Saturday and a Sunday of weekend voting that'll be held October 24th and 25th. So those are very good options for voters who would like to vote ahead of time.
So that's beginning with the early voting. So early voting, you'll be going to the Bell Auditorium. So now will that be, you also have Diamond Lake and you have Warren Road, and there's another one.
And the Brigham Center, yes,
Brigham Center.
we will have all three of those locations just like we normally do.
Okay.
So the only change is, instead of being opened here at the municipal building, where we are somewhat limited with space, we'll be right down the street at the Bell Auditorium, where we have the entire floor of the Bell to set up with lots and lots of voting equipment.
So Diamond Lake and Brigham already have, they've got pretty good space, and Warren Road as well.
Well, they do. And again, yeah, we've been frankly overwhelmed with support with the November election. You know, everyone wants to see the people be able to vote, and to vote conveniently using whatever method they choose.
Right.
To that end, the Recreation and Parks Department, and again, the City of Augusta, have so graciously worked with us and are allowing us to use their gymnasiums for the advanced voting centers. Normally, most voters who vote during advanced voting at Warren Road, Brigham Center, or Diamond Lakes will know this is true. You're normally in a little side room where we have 10 or so machines in a room, and that's where you vote during early voting. But leading up to this November's election, we'll be able to use the gymnasiums for the entire week, and that allows us to put more equipment in there and to have it spread out so it is more safe.
But the absentee has taken on a new wave. Thank you. How many absentees have you received, or applications have you received?
Well, to date, we have more than 20,000 applications on file, entered into our system and ready to go. There were an awful lot of voters over the last couple of weeks that received a pre-filled application from the Center for Voting Information. Yes. And voters have been very responsive to that. We have received thousands of those applications in here, and been able to process most of them without issue. So That's been great. And I think we do that, and it'll be followed on the heels, or we will follow on the heels of that with the mailing that the Richmond County Board of Elections is doing.
So in order to make this work, uh, you are going to be sending out pre-fill applications that voters were in Richmond County will receive next week. And
that is correct.
they have already sent that application that they received from the Centers for Voters.
Mm-hmm.
Then they won't receive the one that you are doing now.
They for the most part, they will not. Anyone that we already have entered into our system, we'll suppress those names off of the list that we send out. So we'll only send out to those people who we do not have on record as having sent an application in.
Right.
But I can tell you, every day we're getting 800, 900, 1,200 applications in through the mail. And so we won't be perfect with that. There will be some overlap of those people who have already sent in this application and who will receive one from us. But it's okay. Two things. Number one, it's okay if you apply twice. Doesn't hurt a thing. Just do it. If you have any question, it's just like registering to vote. If you are unsure about anything, just do it again. It doesn't hurt anything.
But they're going to only receive one ballot.
That's exactly right. Just like being registered to vote, you get one shot at that as well.
Right.
So you're only going to get that one ballot, and so yeah.
Hey, that's some great information from Representative Wayne Howard and Ms. Lynn Bailey about voting. Next week, they're going to continue the conversation and talk about when you can expect your actual ballot in the mail.
So the ballots, when will the ballots go out?
Well, the ballots will go out beginning September the 20th. We'll start mailing them out. I would expect them to begin to hit voters' mailboxes around the end of September, all the folks that we have queued up to get a ballot. As applications for ballots come in, they'll be processed on a daily basis after September the 20th, and we'll be sending them out on a daily basis. So we are about to get rolling with issuing a whole lot of ballots here. I expect for the November election that we will see over half the people that vote will be voting using an absentee ballot by mail. I think my best estimate is that by the time we push through November, around 45,000 people in just Richmond County will have voted their ballot by mail. And I think
excuse me for cutting you.
Sure.
So absentee ballot by mail, they can also drop those ballots off at some of your locations. Can you explain that?
I can. So there are three ways basically a person can return their ballot. They can drop it in the mail, which is going to require one 55-cent stamp if you mail it.
That's correct.
We have 4 absentee ballot drop boxes that are set out in the community. They are located at all of the advanced voting centers. So again, that's at Diamond Lakes, Brigham Center, Warren Road, and then here at the municipal building.
Okay.
These boxes are outdoors, available 24/7. They're secure. They're mounted to the ground, and it's a good alternative for someone who may not want to mail their ballot. The third option is to deliver it here to us in the municipal building. We've seen more and more voters lately who choose to, who are very secure with bringing their ballot and handing it directly over to us and not depending on the mailbox or a drop box to get their ballot back. So all of those are perfectly acceptable.
Well, great. If a person has a question about whether their ballot has been received or their application has been received, I must give you a lot of kudos. Your system there is very tight, and a person can call and explain how that works.
We can. We have a great tracking mechanism in place. We know at a pretty quick glance when we received your application, when your ballot was mailed out, and when your ballot was returned to us.
Okay.
And so if there are any questions at all about the status of your application, if you are concerned because you thought that your absentee ballot application was already on file, and yet you're getting another one in the mail. And why are you getting this other one in the mail? Please, I would encourage anyone to call us directly and let us help with that.
What's the number that they can call?
Sure. Our number is 706-821-2340. And we are here, 8:30 to 5, and you can always drop us an email at richmondelections@augustaga.gov. We are very responsive to that email inbox, and would be happy to communicate with someone that way as well.
And we must let everyone know that your office is very accessible, open, and willing to help. And if they have any trouble, they can always call Lynn Bailey directly themselves.
Absolutely. You know it. Exactly right.
Okay.